Hello guys, welcome to part 3 of the build of the King of the Mississippi. My name is Jan from Small Budget Scale Modeler, and as I promised in part 2, today we will make the planking of the hull. So I did already yesterday one side of the planking, and as you can see it's smooth and nice, and also the curve will continue with the floor plate. As I said, it's better to pre-bend the siding. So how I did it, I will show you today. What we need is some water and a soldering iron. Let's put the best thing what you can do is mark the side you want to bend. So in this case, it's this side. So the siding has now soaked maybe 5 minutes in water. Get the excess water from the siding. Get yourself I think the best is a piece of iron and your hot soldering iron, and it's very easy. Just put it on the wood, roll it and slightly bend up the siding. As you can see, it's very easy to do. I'm using I think it's a 60 or 80 watt soldering iron. Okay, I think that's already enough. What I'm also doing is the lower corner of the front. I bend it also a little bit. Okay. Take your hull and try it. If it will not fit 100%, it doesn't matter. Can bend it with your hands if it's still hot. The most important thing if you put on the siding is that the upper corner will be even with the end of the bulkheads, because if you put on the first deck and it's not even, there will be a gap, and we don't want this. Okay. What I'm also doing is to slim down the end of the bow so that it will be a nicer finish. You have to be careful when you sand down the end, because I think it's a 1.5 millimeter plywood, and you don't have to sand so much, only a little bit. Maybe reduce it to half. Okay, I sent down the end of the siding. Reduce it maybe 0.5 millimeters, so 1 millimeter is still left. That's still enough to make a smooth finish. Dry fit it again and check. So I put only some super glue on the first two bulkheads. Just enough to pin down the. So the advantage, because we already pre-bent it, we can fix it with the hands. We don't need any clamps. Check if the So now we already finished with the bow, and as you can see, it's nice and easy, and also the curve is nice and round and not straight, because if you glue it down and do not pre-bend it, it maybe will be straight after the first bulkhead and does not look nice. So now we can continue. Okay guys, so basically the hull is so far so good. The glue is dry and I smoothed already out a little bit the corners between the bottom plate and the sidings. Now I will show you how I refill the holes. You clearly can see that the notches of the bulkheads are not even with the floor plate, so you have to put something that it will be a nice finish. Yeah, I have some sawdust I saved. We put in some white glue, not so much, and some water. And then we stir it so that we have the consistency of a patty. As you can see, it has the same color of the hull because it's the same wood, so no need to color and whatever. Press it a little bit in these holes. And also the seam between the floor plate and the sidings. I will put also some of this putty so that you will not see any difference after it dried. Okay, basically that's it, how I fill the gaps and seams, so that after you will only varnish or put some clear coat on the hull, you will not see any seams or holes or whatever. So we let dry this, and after I sand it, I will come back to you. So now that the glue is fully hardened, glue, what I mean, the wood putty I made fully hardened. Make sure that it's fully hardened before you sand it. I sanded it already down, and as you can see, or better to say, what you can't see anymore is the dark spots in the floor plate. Sure that there are still some slight color difference between the bottom plate and the putty or the refill we made, because the density of the wood putty and the original plywood is different. But because the wood putty we made is uh, made of sawdust, so if you apply wood stain or varnish, this putty will absorb the varnish or the wood stain, so that after you varnish it, there will be only a very slight difference between the floor plate and the putty we made. Okay, now that the hull so far is finished, I will sand it and smooth down all the corner and edges with 400 grit sandpaper. After it, I will glue down the false keel part 25 and also continue up to the back the keel. And what we still have to do is to glue in the deck struts made by 3 by 3 millimeter ramin wood. The purpose of this struts is to build a surface for gluing down the first deck. Okay, I will do this off camera, and in the part 4 we are coming to plank the first deck. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you in part 4.